Beyonce was back again performing at Coachella this weekend, once again wowing the crowd. But how safe are women attending America's premier music festival? More and more are coming forward to say they have been groped at Coachella, so we decided to investigate. Thousands of fans flock to Coachella every year to enjoy 2 weekends of live concerts in the California desert. This year, Beyonce was the headliner for both weekends. Her performance was even called her greatest ever. But this young woman says the music festival has a dark side.
Then he put his hands on my waist and kind of just started feeling me, basically.
In a Teen Vogue article, reporter Vera Papasova says she was repeatedly sexually assaulted at the concert.
I was groped 22 times.
And she said she interviewed 54 concert goers who told her they had similar experiences.
I've gotten rape threats in my inbox and death threats at this point, all because I wanted to speak out about something really awful that happens to a lot of people at these music festivals. That my story made them realize they weren't the only ones. But there's also a lot of negativity. There are a lot of people who are accusing me of lying or asking me to show them pictures of what I was wearing when I was reporting at Coachella. There are people, telling me that I probably liked it, that what did I expect? I was going to Coachella, and that's just how men are.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel here. It's me here, Comrade Lavender here, and today I'm back on another anti-capitalism true crime YouTube video, deep dive YouTube video topic. Today I want to do the topic of pure evil, why Coachella, the music festival event, is a capitalism atrocity, deep dive, true crime, etc. So let's get started on this YouTube video topic. But before we get started, all my YouTube videos are related to this topic right now. Other videos I've done on other topics that I feel that are related to this topic will be on the screen right now if you'd like to check those videos out after you check this one out, or if you just want to check those videos out. So let's get started on this YouTube video topic.
Do they not allow RVs at Coachella? I really don't understand why no one brought an RV. You get a shower in the RV. You get a toilet in the RV, you get a bed, you get a kitchen, you get a couch in an RV. There are really nice RVs. You get air conditioning in an RV. You're camping out of your trunk, your car. I'm sorry, I need an RV. Coachella literally looks miserable. And even the $10,000 cabanas aren't even that cute. Or Coachella just looks miserable. I'm convinced if I ever go to Coachella, that I don't want to go to Coachella. I'm gonna need an RV. There's just no way in hell I would even attempt to go to Coachella without an RV. Why didn't anyone think to bring an RV?
I'm just gonna say it, but rich kids ruin everything. They ruin music, they ruin art, they ruin culture, they ruin fashion, they ruin festivals. And you know what? I'll even backtrack it and say that rich, entitled kids ruin everything. Because what the fuck is Coachella? I thought, and maybe it's just because I'm not cultured, but I thought Coachella was a music festival. I didn't realize that it was just a spot in the desert where a bunch of B-list nobody influencers go and sit around and soak up each other's vanity. The music industry now. I feel like the music industry is 9 times out of 10 filled with a bunch of rich, entitled kids who got where they are because of mommy and daddy's money.
I'm starting to notice that everything involving live entertainment, so concerts, these music festivals, they're all so poorly run. From buying your ticket, we see the Lady Gaga tour, awful experience in terms of getting tickets. People going to a Coachella, apparently people were stuck in line after they waited or got through security. They were stuck in line for 9 hours. That is an entire workday before they could enter the festival grounds. These are not luxury experiences anymore. Maybe they were never luxury, but these are not entertaining experiences anymore. I think the event and entertainment industry, not only does it need guidelines, but they need people who are organized and know efficiency in terms of dealing with large groups of people, large amounts of people trying to either buy things or enter in places. It's too chaotic right now.
I ate for $150 at Coachella. First up, these mac and cheese fried chicken loaded fries were $26, but it was honestly worth it because the chicken was so juicy and crispy and the mac and cheese was super creamy and it had this spicy sauce too. And if a $25 pink sparkly Caesar salad isn't the most LA Coachella thing I've ever seen, but it was kind of good. Like it had these sugary soft sweet potatoes and this crunchy almond parm. And
Coachella is a music festival event that has been ongoing since the 2000s. Artists, and singers and celebrities such as Lady Gaga, Cardi B, Iggy Pop, Megan Thee Stallion, and others performed here, and social media influencers such as Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber, Paris Hilton, Jalen Ojeda, Kylie Jenner, as well as other influencers such as Gabby DiMartino, a well-known online figure and online video YouTube content creator, has frequently attended the well-documented event and her experiences at Coachella, including her appearances and outfits. She has even shared various looks and preparations on her social media platforms, along with other influencers, including a post where she styles herself as a Coachella Barbie. And in 2018, she even had a YouTube video about her Coachella prep, including a makeover. The overall Coachella's popularity stems from its unique blend of music, art, fashion, and a strong social media influencer presence, creating a highly sought-after experience. The festival's diverse lineup features a mix of established and emerging music artists. It attracts a broad audience, according to the NPR. Additionally, its celebrity-studded atmosphere and the festival's role as a launchpad for trends in music, fashion, and social media culture contributed to its overall global appeal. Golden Voice, the subsidiary of AEG Live that created and runs Coachella, has created a surefire with its festival. At one point, the daily audience attendance averaged 125,000, and it notched $114 million in gross overall revenue. The Coachella Valley Economic Partnership and Greater Palm Springs Convention and Visitors Bureau estimated that in 2016, the economic impact of Golden Voice events, they also run the Stagecoach and Desert Trip shindigs, was $704 million. Festival season is in full swing, and this time of year brings concerts galore and Instagram-filled influencer feeds filled to the brim with selfies of popular influencers' outfits and fashion and pictures of overpriced watermelon slices and food. Post the filtered posts, dozens of Snapchat stories and music acts is also a chance to reflect on the several issues this popular music festival brings. And no, I'm not talking about the large amount of drug use that happens at these scenes either. Coachella, at its core, is a profit capitalism-driven commercial event. There are problematic factors that many people and influencers choose to overlook about the popular music festival. Critics accuse the festival of morphing into a playground for capitalist pigs and capitalist pig influencers and the wealthy elite, the enemy of the working class, claiming it is no longer about enjoying the music, but about curating the perfect Instagram feed and showing off rich people's lifestyles. The videos of wealthy attendants flaunting their outrageously luxurious camping setups, which can cost anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000, all while 39% of the population in eastern Coachella Valley lives in poverty.
It's diabolical to me the way that people with money will spend money to feel like they don't have money, okay? Case in point, Coachella. Case study number one, Coachella. All these people spending all this money to sleep in a tent, no running water, porta potties, camp showers, right? They're spending all this money for an experience that's worse than a KOA campground. And I know people are going to say I'm being a certified hater because it's about the music, the experience, the this and that, but really?
Yeah, why did nobody want to tell me that Coachella is set up like the 12 different districts from the Hunger Games? All day, my For You page has been nothing but people's Coachella outfits and where they are staying at Coachella. The amount of sections, subsections, pockets I have been exposed to of where people are deciding to lay their head at night at this music festival is insane. Almost dystopian. What do you mean some of us are sleeping in our car with no money, no food, no water? Literally nothing but the clothes on our backs and Instagram. While other people, like influencers, are sleeping in mansions or hotels or luxurious RVs, then you have non-rich influencers who are sleeping in these bougie tents that cost over $10,000 to buy. Is insane. My question to you all is, where are you guys getting your money from? We are borderline in a recession. 2 Coachella tickets cost over $1,000, which means the peasants and commoners who are sleeping on nothing but rocks and dirt most likely spent over $3,000, probably way more than that, to be at this festival. What are y'all's jobs?
So this is the tent that we rented. It cost $11,000 for a 4-night stay, which sounds absolutely crazy, but there are a lot of perks to it. We have a pool, 2 beds, fridge, table right here, air conditioner, mirror. Yeah, it's a really simple room. It's definitely not insulated from the outside.
Nearly double the state rate. All wonderful and cool, am I right? Nope. Despite all the attention and concert goers, music acts, and promoters have brought to the Coachella event, none of it has improved the lives of the Latinos or people who make up the region run the rest of the year. Coachella is rich people paying to experience poverty. A lot of the influencers and social media influencers could have rented out an RV, but they didn't. There's no showers or a place to rest. If you want to, you have to live in a tent or use the portable showers. Coachella's ticket prices, travel costs, lodging, and food are expensive, making it virtually impossible and inaccessible to many to attend. Coachella's high ticket prices focus on luxury and celebrity culture, and the broader economic disparity in Coachella Valley contribute to a perception of classism and elitism. A newspaper article piece titled Coachella Underground, reporter Gabriel Thompson tracked the lives of undocumented migrant immigrants who remain invisible to concertgoers in the surrounding area. He describes the valley as a land of impossible extremes, a place that doesn't make sense but exists nevertheless, a testimony to the hubris of hard work in irrigation canals and also to racism. In their multimedia piece, In the Valley of Coachella, novelist Susan Strait and photographer Douglas McCullen use ESRI digital geography platform to put the people who live and work year-round literally on the map. In the world of these articles reflect, that is to say, reality, 39% of the population in eastern Coachella Valley lives in poverty, once again, nearly double the state rate.
It's weekend 1 of Coachella, and I just spent $64 on this really good juice and 2 breakfast burritos. Capitalism is crazy, and I'm a part of the problem.
The food at Coachella is ridiculously overpriced and doesn't even taste that good. It's basically just glorified cafeteria food. If you want an iced coffee, expect to spend somewhere around $12 to $13 for it. For example, this person went to Coachella last year and they ended up spending $60 on 2 burritos and 2 drinks.
Since I'm not going to Coachella this year, I want to expose how much I spent going to Coachella in the past as an OG YouTuber. I'm going to say it, trying hard is exhausting and expensive. I know we all know that a VIP wristband is $1,400, and obviously I wouldn't want to go alone, so if I wanted a group of people to walk around with, I had to pay for everyone's ticket. And let's be real, none of my real friends could actually afford that ticket because it's so expensive. But I didn't just get my friends general admission tickets, I got everyone VIP tickets so we could all hang and walk around in the same VIP area. I would usually bring a group of 4, including my boyfriend at the time and maybe a photographer, and then like 2 girlfriends. In total, I would spend $7,000 just to go with a group of people. And that's not even including hotel or transportation. Because the hotels always jack up their prices that weekend per night, the cost per night would be about $1,900 for a hotel room with a double bed. Since there'd be 5 of us, I'd have to get 2 rooms and we'd stay for 4 nights, totaling $7,600. And we're not even done. We're not even including styling, food, drinks, alcohol. I know this all sounds insanely injustifiable, but I did actually grow on social media from doing these Coachella trips, and the Coachella vlogs are actually my best performing on my channel, so I did see this as a business move at the time. To make this expensive trip worth it for my business, I couldn't just relax and have fun at the music festival. I'd be waking up at 7 a.m. every day no matter how late I was out the night before, getting in my hair and makeup and Coachella look so I could get my photos up on Instagram before I actually go to the festival. I would then get home from the festival and unload all my vlog footage, edit it all night, and get it ready to post the next day. In recent years, I have gone with brands to Coachella, and it's actually made it much more fun because there's a group of people doing the same thing. It's so much more organized, there's just a weight lifted off, and I actually enjoyed going to the festival doing it this way. It'd really be the influencer Olympics if you go as a content creator, but it's also not a bad investment if you see yourself growing from going. I'm excited to see everyone's content this year, but I'm so jealous that everyone's seeing Gaga.
Lori Harvey, Justin and Hailey Bieber, and Kendall Jenner and friends take over Coachella 2025. It's a star-studded weekend in the desert. Justin and Hailey Bieber, Lori Harvey, Kendall, and their glam squad are all living it up at the Coachella 2025, dancing, vibing, and serving iconic festival looks.
In the Coachella Valley, the Unified School District, 99% of students are Latinos. All of our schools surround the festival grounds, and they're all Title I schools, the poorest of the poor schools. Residents live in substandard housing and work under brutal sun to fuel a multi-billion-dollar agricultural industry powered by dates and melons. They're terrified of the Trump administration and ICE concentration camps, but will trudge on with life. For those families, the bounty of the festival is essentially non-existent. Other TikTok videos showcasing luxury campsites that feature air conditioning outlets, mini fridges, together costing more than a year's rent for most attendees, only fanned the flames of backlash and outrage, and quite possibly the biggest news of Coachella that many chose to look past was that its owner, billionaire Philip Anschutz, reportedly supports anti-lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus groups. This has been proven to be quite the controversy and frenzy, as questions have been raised to artists and celebrities and influencers for their support and attending the festival. The question remains, when does the glittering glamour of Coachella trump people's morals? During weekend one alone, Ariana Grande faced backlash for projecting a rainbow during her set, although her performance would support the festival financially, and specifically the billionaire Philip, who is a billionaire. These festival goers might want to rethink where their money is actually going. Cultural appropriation is very common at the festival, Coachella. Coachella outfits have become more elaborate and outlandish, often tapping into the boho aesthetic that's become intertwined with the festival's identity. Bohemian fashion romanticizes the gypsy slur and lifestyle associated with the Romani people. A lot of people, including Lady Gaga, continue to use the racial slur known as gypsy, a traditionally nomadic group that's been marginalized throughout history. The boho aesthetic is designed to be free-spirited and dreamy, with popular trends including skinny face framing braids, flowy and flory patterned wrap dresses, fringe vests, and chunky jewelry. However, it's not just the misappropriation of Romani culture that's full-on display in Coachella. Attendees can be seen wearing significant and sometimes even sacred clothing, jewelry from a vast range of cultures. Many outfits on the Western theme mimicking the scenery of the Colorado desert. They use fringe, belts, and Native American headdresses. Headdresses are sacred to the indigenous people and worn by individuals honored for their bravery in the culture, such as the chief or warrior. Today they're worn during rituals and celebrations, such as traditional wedding ceremonies or powwows. When people who aren't native or indigenous wear headdresses, it erodes the honor of those who earn their headdresses and degrades native culture. This is especially true at festivals and music festivals like Coachella, where scanty-clad party-goers can be seen wearing the treasured symbols of pride for a culture that they have no rights to. Likewise, the symbolic value of bindis is abused by Coachella's attendees, who use them casually to accessorize their outfits and looks. Bindis are worn by South Asian women and are associated with religion, indicative of marital sources. In Hinduism, they're symbolic of a third eye, which wards off bad luck and maintains the connection with God. They represent a complex belief system, and wearing them casually to accessorize a Coachella outfit of the day look dismisses their importance to religious and cultural practices. Henna tattoos and henna is another regular at Coachella and in Hollywood, with celebrities like Rihanna, Selena Gomez, and Vanessa Hudgens using it to complete their looks. However, it has immense cultural significance, as the practice dates back thousands of years in South Asia, the Middle East, and North Africa. There is a stark contrast between the millennia-old tradition and purchasing colorful henna kits online by festival attendees from companies profiting off the appropriation of South Asian culture. Henna has become more mainstream in the United States, with companies marketing as a do-it-yourself project and add erotic flair to everyday outfits and costumes. They veer away from traditional paisleys and peacocks, incorporating chevrons and arrows, as well as customizable touches like quotes, animals, or music notes. The henna advertised on social media has strayed away far from the traditional practice, with the American market only paying it any attention when white people misappropriate to attempt to profit from it, and the resulting trend is also the case with West African garments misappropriated by Coachella attendees. Dashkis are loose-fitting tops with elaborate patterns and symbolic colors, usually featuring some variation of gold, red, green, blue, and white, with each symbolizing a different value. They're worn by West Africans. The color combinations are carefully considered in order to project an image of spirituality, love, peace, purity, and other values. When people who aren't of African ancestry wear them, many don't recognize the significance of the messages that these garments can convey. Coachella Music Festival contributes to this fast fashion pollution trend and massive environmental pollution trend. Coachella creates 106 tons of waste per day, and since the span of 6 days per year, it generates 636 tons of waste in total. Popular fast fashion brands such as Pretty Little Thing and H&M sponsor influencers to attend Coachella and wear their brand's clothing, which in turn contributes to the overwhelming amount of fast fashion waste produced and pollution. These infamous brands are known for their cheap quality clothing that are probably made of polyester, low cost, compelling consumers to buy the item in bulk and quickly throw them once they're done wearing them and the trend is over. As social media becomes the norm for advertising, modern editing software can deceive purchasers to accumulate undesired clothing. Viewers can be immersed in the experience of Coachella from the electronics. However, digital software such as Photoshop and Facetune can allow content creators and companies to edit their products, causing apparel to appear better digitally than in person. This facade often leads unexpected viewers to purchase the apparel, which may have color-enhancing features on the website and hidden pins to the model, like to fit more appealing. Once the clothing is received and has been purchased, a variety of size and fit conflicts arise due to the advertising lies and false advertising. Of Coachella's most popular fads is sequins and glitter, which can be extremely difficult to decompose if discarded irresponsibly. Sequins and glitter contain toxic chemicals that can sit in landfills for thousands of years, eventually leaking microplastic pollution into water systems, and we all know how bad microplastic pollution is. Other textile materials that tend to be thrown into waste are animal-based and plant-based fibers, such as silk and cotton. Thousands of these accessories and outfits will be dumped in landfills annually and left to pollute Mother Earth after the publicity from Coachella Festival has passed.